This is Matt, and these are the metal vinyl releases for May 2022. Starting with May 6th, expect the 10th studio album from Swedish power metal band Sabaton. This is The Symphony to End All Wars, to be released by Nuclear Blast Records. Vinyl variants for all markets will be classic black in an unspecified number of copies, fluorescent pink at 600 copies, and Pacific blue at 1,500 copies. There'll also be Swedish exclusives in leaf green as well as fluorescent yellow at 300 copies each. There'll be Finnish exclusives in dusk or blue-gray at 300 copies, as well as soft gray at 1,000 copies, and a UK exclusive in fluorescent green at 300 copies. All variants come in a gatefold jacket, and if you're looking for lyric videos, there are ones available for Stormtroopers, Versailles, The Valley of Death, Hellfighters, Lady of the Dark, and Race to the Sea. Find all of those at the Sabaton YouTube channel. So yeah, symphonic Euro power metal, not my bag, but if it's yours, you know what to do. Check this one out. Also on May 6th, we'll get a reissue of the 1982 debut album from British metal band Tank. This is Filth Hounds of Hades, to be released by High Roller Records. Vinyl variants will be classic black at 500 copies, orange and gray bicolor at 400 copies, bone and red splatter at 300 copies, and multi-splatter at 200 copies. All variants come with a 20-page A4 booklet, a double-sided poster, and an A5 photo card. There's also an included 10-inch record with this release, but High Roller have decided to be utterly vague and not tell us what's on it. I don't know why. Maybe fix that. So High Roller will be selling this at their online store, but it's also going to be available at Plastic Head Megastore, which is a UK-based outlet, and they're also online, so check there as well. And there were music videos from this album back in 1982, one for the track Turn Your Head Around, and another one for Heavy Artillery. You can do a YouTube search and find those. They're pretty easy to find. I already have an OG copy of this record, and in fact have covered it on the most recent episode of the Vinyl Reacquisition Project. You should probably go watch that after you watch this. So I don't need it again, but you should check it out. It's a classic. Moving on to May 20th, look out for the 19th studio album from Canadian heavy metal band Anvil. This is Impact is Imminent, to be released by AFM Records. So first off, interesting album title, considering there is also a very classic and well-known record of the same name by Exodus. Alrighty then. Vinyl variants will be clear blue red splatter, exclusive to the AFM store and limited to 200 copies. Also clear red in an unspecified number of copies, and it does look like this is the wide release color variant, at least to the best of my research. All variants come in a gatefold jacket, and if you're looking for music videos, there is one for the track Ghost Shadow that's available at the AFM Records YouTube channel. Yep, sounds like Anvil. Although the digital version will be out on release date, some reports have the vinyl coming out in June, so keep that in mind. Also, the available track really isn't grabbing me much, but I'm going to give the rest of the album a chance when it's out. I mean, you know, why not? Also on May 20th, we'll get the 14th studio album from French dark ambient metal band Blut Aus Nord. This is Disharmonium Undreamable Abysses, to be released by Debumor Morty Productions. Vinyl variants are clear with neon orange and violet splatter, available at the label website. There are also variants in classic black, as well as half pink, half purple with orange splatter, as well as the label variant, all of which at the Blut Aus Nord Bandcamp page. All variants come with a 2-page insert, a 2-sided A2 poster, and a download card. And by the time this video posts, there should be 2 audio tracks available from the album, one for That Cannot Be Dreamed, and the other for Tales of the Old Dreamer, both available from the Debumor Morty Production YouTube channel. So I have one Blut Aus Nord album and have dug what I've heard. The audio tracks sound compelling, so I'll be checking this out when it gets released, and we'll see if I get it. Moving on to May 27th, expect the latest EP from Danish death metal band Baest. This is Justitia, to be released by Century Media Records. So 5 brand new tracks which claim to pick up from when their last full-length album, Necrosapiens, left off. Also a cover version of the Entombed AD track Second to None is here. Vinyl variants will be classic black at the US Century Media store online. Also at the European site for the label, there is a transparent orange black marbled variant limited to 500 copies. and both variants come with a CD copy. Visualizer video is available for the track Gargoyles. It features Trevor from the Black Dahlia murder. Also a music video for Ecclesia. You can find both of those at the Century Media YouTube channel. I gotta say, given how great both of these available tracks are, plus the fact that I really like the previous record, I may have to pick this one up. Sounds great. Also on May 27th, we'll get the 11th studio album from German hard rock band the Michael Schenker Group. This is Universal, to be released by Atomic Fire. Vinyl variant for Europe will be Red, White, Black Marble, limited to 1,000 copies. The UK specifically will get white and black vinyl, and the US will get clear and black vinyl. Also, some of these variants will be available in different combinations through different distros around the world as well, so keep that in mind. All variants come in a gatefold jacket, and if you're looking for music videos, there is one available for the track Emergency. You should check that out at the Atomic Fire Records YouTube channel. So although the video track is serviceable, I really need to hear more from this record before I buy it. So there you go. And also on May 27th, look out for the 8th studio album from Polish death metal band Decapitated. This is Cancer Culture, to be released by Nuclear Blast Records. Final variant for the US is clear with black splatter, and Europe will get classic black in an unspecified number of copies, as well as gold splatter at 500 copies, and red black marble at 300 copies. Music videos are out there for both the title track as well as Hello Death, the latter of which features Tatiana from Ginger on co-vocals. And yes, it is very blasty. I would say of the two tracks, I lean more towards Cancer Culture, not the least of which for the lyrics, which are pretty great. Clearly, it's a play off of cancel culture, so there you go. So not too bad. I'm only somewhat familiar with this band, so I'll have to check this out more when the record comes. But it is pretty interesting. I do dig it a little. So I also wanted to get to a couple of vinyl releases that got bumped. First is the 11th studio album from American death metal band Jungle Rot. It'll be called A Call to Arms and is now slated for either a June or July vinyl release. Unique Leaders site seems to be sold out on pre-order, but Napalm Records is still taking pre-orders as of the time of this recording, so check there if you want it. Also, the 7th studio album from American death grind band Misery Index, to be called Complete Control, has its vinyl release bumped to September, but promises to be released in both classic black as well as transparent red. However, pre-orders are being taken at the Century Media website, so check there if interested. Of course, I don't just report on these new releases, I also buy quite a few of them. And most recently, I did pick up the latest album from German thrash gods Destruction. This is Diabolical, and I'll be going into much more depth on this record in the May episode of Vinyl Haul, so definitely check back in for that. Of course, if you know of any metal vinyl releases I missed this month, or you have some you know about that are coming out in future months, you should definitely let me know in the comments. Give me the name of the artist, the name of the album, and the release date. Again, a lot of you do that for me, and it's really cool, mostly because I cannot possibly track down every single album released in a given month, so thanks as always. Of course, if you found this video helpful or entertaining or anything like that, definitely give it a like. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and share the video with some of your friends. You can share with acquaintances too. Same diff. Anyways, my name is Matt. This is the Accusation Network, where each and every week I do videos on metal vinyl collecting. I also cover classic and modern metal bands in general. If you like that, check out my playlists. I have over a dozen shows in and around all these subjects. Who knows? You might even like some of them. And for you regular viewers out there who want to help this channel in a more involved capacity, we definitely have a Patreon page. Go to patreon.com/theaccusationnetwork. A bunch of reward tiers there. I've got some exclusive content. Also, I show these types of videos up to 7 days early there. So if you're interested in all that, definitely go to the page and sign up. Hugely appreciate the support. And as always, thanks for watching, and check back next month for even more metal vinyl releases.